There is a silent war ongoing against the Sikh community, and as we approach the 40th anniversary of the 1984 Sikh genocide, there are signs India's covert war against the community is stepping up. Sikh communities around the world are preparing widespread events to remember the atrocities that took place in June 1984, when Indian military forces, under instruction from Indira Gandhi, launched a full-scale attack and defiled the most sacred site of Sikhs, the Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar. In the process, tens of thousands of innocent men, women and children were murdered by Indian bullets and shells indiscriminately fired into the complex. And in the process, the charismatic leader fighting Indian oppression against his people, Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, was martyred. Events that resonate heavily even today. But across India, rampant Hindu nationalism, whipped up by RSS and BJP strategists as they fight forthcoming elections, is extending its reach to try to silence those who try to remember India's days of shame, even amongst the diaspora. A taste of what is potentially to come was seen 4 years ago when several social media platforms, including Instagram and Facebook, blocked the Sikh hashtag from their pages. This ensured any messages bearing the hashtag were hidden from public view and were effectively silenced. The block was eventually lifted 6 months later after a public outcry. But it's no coincidence that key positions amongst the tech giants responsible for many of these platforms were Indian Hindus. Currently, Google's CEO Sundar Pichai is an Indian Hindu. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella is also an Indian Hindu. And as the 40th anniversary of June 1984 approaches, eyes are now watching online platforms to see if similar tactics will be used by agents of the Indian regime to quash attempts by the Sikh community desperate to raise public awareness of the atrocities that occurred against their people that year. The BJP have a lot to lose. As they fight to prop up their global image as leaders of the world's largest democracy, their divisive and underhand tactics to silence their critics is fast becoming their undoing. As the West lifts the cover of India's so-called democracy, it's slowly discovering a dark underbelly that brought us transnational repression and Hindutva IT cells ramping up an online war against the Sikh diaspora. You've been watching Satluj TV News. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button to make sure you get to see stories as they're broadcast. And of course, if you have any comments or opinions on any of our news stories, you can comment below. Or indeed drop us a direct message at message@satlujtv.com. We'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. For Satluj TV News, I'm Angus Scott in London.